All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house, and welcome back to the channel. I got some accessories to mount on the legendary 612 format from Horseman SW, super wide 6x12. Really compact camera designed to be shot handheld. It's beautiful. I mean, it's a very compact one, but can become a little bit bigger if you install like all this stuff. And I'll show you why I like to use all these accessories. So, first of all, I would say, yeah, don't do this. I mean, you do Improvia, you're using some Grandagon, some Super Angulon, just slap the relative. The dedicated, center filter. In this case, you see it's still a Roden stock E5877 with the ND.45, which means a stop and a half, so not too bad. You need that. Then you want to protect, right, the lens. Therefore, you're gonna install a lens guard, and in this case it's pretty cool because it's also color coded, but in this case we're just gonna use it something like there, and just goes over here. You're just gonna need some tool or like some coin, you know, to where is it, to install. I have this Leatherman over here. Let's just center everything. I'll show you how. So a trick, you know, you don't want to mount this like too close, otherwise it's gonna block the path for your shutter cable release or other accessories. You want to mount, for example, the PC synchro cord. So I'm just gonna focus to infinite, which is the shorter, the closest position, and then I'm just gonna probably do something like over here. So it's going to protect everything. You can even go fully extension actually, but we're going to have to install other filters. So I just want to be little, you know, behind, so to leave some clearance for the filters that we're going to install next. So here, just tighten, but not too much. So this is nicely installed. Also, this is pretty cool. Like, you can walk around like just hanging the camera from the lens guard, and it's gonna look like a little purse you're carrying around. So that's the first thing. Next, you know, I like this Arca Swiss plate. It's not just a regular Arca Swiss. This is the monoball fix, and it's slimmer. Still done by Arca Swiss, of course, but this dovetail allows me to use very, very slim, quick release plates on the tripod. And this also is long, so it can be mounted, you see, to the side. This is actually like more like for a telephoto lens kind of foot situation. And but in this case, it just works perfectly because it has this little foot right over here that aligns and doesn't let the plate rotate that easily once it's tightened up. So you get the plate, you get the lens guard installed, and then of course this is going to be your tripod. This is a Jitsu, it's a mini traveler. The model I always forget, and it's written somewhere right over here, GKTBB1. Pretty fantastic, lightweight. Legs have two positions, 1 and 2, and it's compact, lightweight, classy design. Of course, it has a quick release deal going on. You see, it goes like that, and this is able like to slide, but it's of course able to be locked in place and not slide and go anywhere. So I'll just leave this there for a second. I want to show you what's going to go on top, because usually the finder would just be going up here, right? And that would be the regular configuration. But because we got some other stuff going on, I made this part with these three from Small Rig. This is a Velo SE300. It's a bar, you see, it goes like this. You have little arrows, you have the little springs that are going to retain whatever you're going to mount on that. But because the retaining mechanism up here is just that, you just have to do a little trick to install it. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to install it. So you need to move the fin back, then slide it in. You see, it doesn't go inside because of the hole over here. So you just got to put it back, slide it in, and now it's locked in place. And here you can just tighten this up like so. And it's ready to receive the back and lock it in place. So right now, you see, we are at this stage where we raised the cold shoe, basically, centered. We can center all the pieces, because especially this one, because this is the finder. So there is one issue that arises with this configuration for the finder, which is that we're adding some parallax error again. It's already present over here when the finder is mounted over here, but it's minimal if you focus at infinite. So it's going to be acceptable as long as you shoot towards the infinite. Otherwise, you want to rely on a ground glass to the exact composition. So that still remains an issue. The pros that we're going to get by doing this is some clearance, because this kind of filtering system blocks the majority of the frame. So this just gets you a clean view, but a little bit of parallax error, which you can get used to. You can get to know with the use of the ground glass and checking, the framing through the finder or inside onto the ground glass. Next up is this little accessory right over here by Photoman. It's a rangefinder, auxiliary rangefinder. And as you can see, like a rhomboid part is very crisp and clear. I don't know if, let me see, maybe. Yeah, no, it's obviously like too close, but maybe not. No, yeah, you don't see it, but it's very contrasty. It's very well made, super smooth. It's expensive, but it's precise, accurate, and I love it. Has a pretty cool design. I really don't like the font used here, but this thing goes here on the left of the finder. So what happens is that instead of using the scale distance on the lens, you're just going to use this rangefinder over here, which is in meters, and you're gonna just report right over here the reading that you do through this hole here. So you gotta have to check one hole and two holes, right? This is pretty cool. It can be probably fine-tuned if you disassemble, but I'm not gonna attempt that. But it's very smooth and precise. I checked it with this other rangefinder. It's a laser one. So you see, I'm already saving some space, because look at the footprint of this and that. I used to mount this thing on on a clamp, but it's also using batteries, and this one is not. So far we are pretty zero battery configuration. But yeah, we're gonna ruin the battery situation with this thing. This is the Voigtlander VC Meter Mark II. It is a pretty cool one. Very simple reading, plus, minus, and correct exposure, on and off. It can stay on. You have ISO setting, which just goes, oops, sorry, this goes like here. And you can see, hold on. Yeah, and you can see how easy it is to use. You know, every combination is going to be marked right there. This is a clicked wheel, pretty satisfying clicks. And this is a clickless wheel, just as it's intended. It's supposed to be like for the aperture, right? And you got the ISO right over there. So pretty straightforward operation. Just leave it at 100 for the Provia. So this thing just goes here on this side, and you have this configuration going on. Or maybe you could do probably this on this side and this on the other side, actually, because like so, it can be a little bit more compact for the footprint. Something like this, right? Yeah, so this is inside, you see this is inside, and from here, you just have to go to this hole to check the focus. So that's pretty good. Then next, of course, you gotta mount the filtering system, which in this case is made by several parts. I have two step-up rings. This one is 77 to 86 to 86 to 105 to 105, which is this big donut, to Lee adapter for the SW612 filtering system from Linux Studio. Pretty cool indeed. And this just screws right on to the center filter. Just like that. And the beauty of this system is that you can just center it like so. And now it's not going to go anywhere. Before, it was just relying on the clamp system onto the donut, onto the edge of the filter. And I didn't like that. So that's my mod. And now you can see right over here that the view is kind of clear over there. So it's yeah, it's a pretty good setup, like so, from the top. Of course, you have the chance to do selfie or like self-portrait with this self-timer. It's a mechanical one. It's lovely, and it works very simple, in a simple way. You just load it up, you just screw this thing in, like in this, I'll show you to you, and then that's how you release it. And you have like 15-20 seconds from the most extended version, and click. It just clicks. So this thing just gets mounted on this side, where you would normally mount your shutter cable release, and boom. And that is how it sits. And you just load it up, you fire it, and you remove the dark slide. You have time to sit, to run into position, because you want to be into the shot, and you know, you're pretty much good to go. So this is the fully pimped Horseman SW612. There is not going to be a 617 Horseman pimping video, because I don't know, maybe there's going to be, but these are the two cameras that, this one and the Fuji, the two cameras that I really like to use, you know, handheld. Because in this situation, you have a fully working rangefinder with light meter, 6x12 film panoramic camera. It's great, you know, with this little tripod over here, you can do amazing stuff with this camera. And it's relatively compact. It's a Franken camera, yeah, of course, but it is probably, I would say, I mean, the best 6x12 camera, because the film backs, because of the modularity, because of the lens that you can find that are just gorgeous. The system is very, very well thought. It's a pity that they're not, you know, that there's nobody that you can even talk to if you have any issue with these kind of cameras. That's very bad. This is my rant, final rant for the Horseman, because I love them so much. I use them pretty much every day. The 612, the 617 are phenomenal systems, and I don't know, they're gone. They're like kind of rare and expensive to buy, but if you have the means, just do it, because they are spectacular. It's I want to show you without the filter, like that. This can also act as a hood, right? Just a little bit of depth, it's going to be fine. Yeah, I mean, isn't pretty cool? Guys, let me know in the comments down below, what are your thoughts? Do you own one of these? Do you have another 6x12? How do you do with the no rangefinder, no light meter situation? Do you have any idea, and I have, but do you have an idea which finder for this system would work to correct the parallax? This is a quiz, guys. If you know, let me know down in the comments. We can chat about that. There's a couple options on the market. I want to know if you know. I probably know, but let me know. This is a pretty cool camera, I believe. And I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts and comments down below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned.